Hey guys, good morning. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So it's set 6:17 right now. We have about 13 minutes till market open. Today is a very heavy news day. So I'll go over that shortly as well. It's probably gonna be a short trading day for me. But I will go over that just to discuss why I plan on not really trading too much today. And the risks that are involved with trading on a day like this. So today's September 28th. Month is almost over, way past halfway of the year. It's been a great year so far, guys. Get this going right here. Turn that on. Got this set up right here. I'll get the Zoom link for premium members over here. All right. All right, it's good right there. All right, let me let people into the room real quick. Sherry asked if it was the risky one. Yeah, it's a risky one. Let me let people into the Zoom right now. So let me continue letting people in. Finish just setting this up real quick. We're good at that. And then lastly, this right here. So good morning, everybody. Let me just finish letting everyone into the room, and then we can get started with our analysis. There's a lot of news today, guys. So it's going to be a risky day to trade. So I'll let people get into the room real quick, and then I'll get started with my analysis. I just want to make sure everyone's in the room first before we get started. So good morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a great week so far. It's Tuesday today, so yesterday was a pretty great trading day overall. Yeah, I think everyone made some pretty nice profit yesterday. I just took this trade right here using the risky strategy that I went over in the last mentoring session. So if you guys want to see that strategy taught and applied, I went over it in the last group mentoring session. It's not one that I openly want to teach to people because it's a little bit risky. So basically what I was doing is I identified the swing highs and lows. Right here we had a swing high, a swing low. So basically this is how I took this entry right here. I drew the swing high right here. Well, I drew it like way back here. So I drew it back here. And what I'm explaining right now, if you guys are just entering the room, I'm explaining how I made this profit right here pre-market. This one where I made 770 off this account, and then my other account 870. So I made about close to 2,000 this morning just off this quick trade right here. So basically what I did was I was applying the risky strategy that I've discussed in the previous mentoring session. If you guys want to go watch that, I'm not going to teach it to you guys because it's too risky for beginners to learn. It's a very lucrative strategy if you do it properly, but if you guys can't get the basics down, this is definitely not going to be for you because you need to be moving very quickly. So basically how I entered this trade right here, I was marking up the swing highs and lows. So previously over here, I was watching it like around 550, whatever, whenever I got up this morning. So I got up around 530 right here. I let price come up. I identified the swing high, the swing low. We had a buy signal right here. I was waiting for price to breaking close outside of the swing high right there because we have a bullish momentum, right? So I'm just looking for price to break and close past structure. So obviously you can see right here, price attempts to break and close, it fails to break and close. I just waited for it to finally break and close. Right here was close, but I didn't take it because it wasn't close enough. So I just waited for it. I let it bounce around a little bit. And then right here again, close, but not close enough. And then finally, it finally broke right there. And that's where I took the trade. So right there, I took it for a 1 minute scalp. Basically, I just went for about 100 pips right there. And then obviously you can see right here, I got close. And then my TP was a little close. That's why it closed me out at 870. It was, it was a bit close right there. So that's where it actually pulled me out because of the spread, because of the price difference. And that's why I only locked in 870 there instead of 1,000. I forgot to make a small adjustment there. Spread differs from session to session, so I should have made it a little wider, but it's all good. It worked out and it hit my TP right there. So that's how I made that profit right here. And if you guys want to go and watch that strategy being applied, just go on the YouTube channel and then watch the most recent mentoring session, which was like last week, I think, because I did tell everyone that I wasn't going to teach it. And the specific reason for that is because I don't want people trading something that they're not familiar with, right? I'm here to make sure that you guys are profitable. I don't want you guys to have quick profits. I want you guys to actually be consistent and, you know, lock in profits and conserve it so that you can keep growing that capital over time. So if you go over here to the K² YouTube channel, just go to videos, and it's the most recent mentoring session right here, the group mentoring session about 6 days ago. So if you guys want to go watch that, go ahead and watch it. And that's what I use to apply, you know, this strategy right here. And it's basically what a lot of people have been applying lately. Before I used to apply the strategy if like someone was in a tight spot with FTMO, like last year when FTMO was new to everybody, this is the strategy that I would apply if they would have like 1 day to pass, because you can make a ton of profit using this strategy if done properly. And I would be able to pass people's FTMOs within a day or so, or within a couple hours if the market was trending very smoothly. So yeah, that's what I applied right there. And I could have held on to it and just let it shoot even higher, but I didn't, right? This is a strategy that you can't get greedy about. You have to enter and exit when you're supposed to. So anyways, it's 6:23 right now. I'm going to start for my analysis using the breakout. And just a reminder, guys, so I'm going to do things a little differently for our live sessions. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm not going to be answering questions at all from the beginning. I'm just going to be focusing on trading. So I'll be talking, giving my analysis, breaking down what I'm looking at, stuff like that. But if you guys do have questions, once 6:30 hits and the opening bell rings, I'm not going to be answering any questions until the very end. Reason for that is because we had a lot of members message me, email me, ask that I focus on my trading instead of answering questions because I keep getting distracted and I miss trades myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on trades from now until close to 8, or today it's going to be shorter. I'll explain that in a little bit. And then I'll answer questions at the very end. So if you guys do have questions, you guys are free to drop your questions, but I'm not going to answer them until I'm completely done trading for the day. So I'm going to check the messages right now, make sure everyone's here. Let me just admit everyone to the room real quick. Let's see. Morning, Kenny. Yeah, morning, Peter. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Definitely, Rav. Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me that, because I think this whole week I probably missed about like 6 trades, and they were like really good trades that I could have taken. And that's just profit that I threw away because I was answering questions for people. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting everyone on point so that you guys can actually follow along instead of me answering like, basic questions like how to use TradingView, how to use MT4, stuff like that. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing right now. All right, perfect. Morning, Brandy. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Morning, Al. Morning, Salor. Morning, Tommy. Morning, Rav. Morning, Matt. Morning, David. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Shane. Yeah, David just mentioned Powell and Yellen are going to testify at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is going to be 7 a.m. My time. So this is the exact reason why I don't plan on trading very much today. I'm probably only going to be taking the breakout. That's why I took that pre-market trade over here for that buy, because I needed to make some profit before I stop trading for the day. So heavy news day today, guys. We have Federal Chair Powell speaking. You guys know Jay Powell. He's speaking at 7 o'clock, which is in 30 minutes. And then Yellen is going to speak after him. This is all going to be hugely impacting US 30 and economics in general. And then later today, we have the Fed speaking all morning. So I'm not really going to be trading today after the breakout. Well, I'll look at the breakout and see if I can catch maybe one more scalp in between. But if I don't catch anything, then I'm probably just going to sit out the market because it's just too risky to be trading while Powell's speaking. On top of that, Yellen, they're both like two of like the worst people you want to trade while talking because everything they say directly affects the market. So just keep that in mind. Morning, Mark. Morning, Dean. Morning, everybody. So let's get started with our analysis. So with all of the news aside, let's look at the fundamentals first. So let me just refresh this. CNBC is currently 115 points in the red. So it's currently bearish right now. Congress must raise debt limit by October 18. Yellen warns potential default looms. So this is definitely going to affect the market heavily. So something to keep in mind, guys. Yellen is like, she's like, everybody knows Yellen and Powell. Whenever they speak, they'll like spike price up or spike price down. So it's going to be very risky for you guys to be trading during that time. So I don't recommend anyone trade during that time. I'm not going to be trading either. Looking at retail sentiment over here, retail sentiment is currently neutral. You guys can see that a lot of people have pulled out of the market, right? Because there's not a lot of people trading on one side or the other. It's kind of just flat, 52% short. And this is because everyone's being smart. They're not trading during this time. So what I recommend is if you guys don't need to trade, just don't even trade the breakout. Or if you do want to play around with it, take a demo account or take a very, very small lot size. So Rav, just FY, this is one of those days where you should probably be using a very small lot size if you still want to trade, or a half lot size if you still need to make profit. I know you're still trying to pass your challenge. So if that's the case, maybe use a half lot size, but just make sure that you're not using too big of a lot size because markets can be very volatile this morning, and it can easily trigger your stop loss if you're not, if you're not paying attention to it. And just make sure to take profit when it's due. Yeah, definitely, no problem, Rav. Morning, Bobby. Morning, Riga. All right, market's opening in about 3 minutes. Once market opens, like I mentioned, I'm not going to be answering any more questions. I'm not going to be looking at the chat at all either. I'll be looking at it later. I'm also going to close the chat windows here because yesterday I had the accident where I was moving the chat window, accidentally entered a trade for MT4, and I got burned with that trade there. So I'm going to close the chat window shortly. Market's opening in 2 minutes. Let's look at the technicals real quick. So looking over here on the 1 hour, it's currently bearish. The reason for it being bearish is that price is below the pivots. The trend meter is blue, meaning it's neutral. However, it is below the pivots. So it's indicating a bearish bias. Looking at the 10-minute, price is below the pivots and the trend meter is red. So this indicates a bearish bias as well. Secondly, on the 3-minute, it was below the pivots. Now it's currently swinging above, but now it's bouncing back and forth. So there's a bit a bit of a disconnect between the lower time frames and the higher time frames, right? Because the 1 hour is bearish, 10 minutes bearish, 3-minute is kind of just neutral. Because you can see it's bouncing from above to below, from all the way back here, from as below to above, from below to above again right there. So as you guys can see here, there's no clear direction on the short-term 3-minute. Looking over at the 1 minute, it's the same situation right here, right? Price was below, then it went above, then it went below, then it went above, and it looks like it now it's coming back below. However, the fundamentals here, if it continues to be red, then it's likely going to be bearish. So market is opening shortly. Let me check real quick. Opening about 30 seconds. So like I just mentioned earlier, guys, I'm going to answer questions later. If you guys want to drop your questions, I'll answer them at the end. But right now I'm going to focus on trading so you guys can follow along with my analysis and with my breakdown of like what I plan on taking, what I plan on not taking, why I think things are risky and why not. So it is 10 seconds till opening bell. Let me close the chats over here. And I'm going to be focused on the trades. All right, so market is currently opening right now, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Market is now open. So looking at the market right here, you'll see prices starting to spike down heavily. Let's go over here and check the fundamentals real quick, refresh this. Fundamentals are currently down 131 points. So we have a bearish bias right now. Looking at the stock index over here as well, I'll refresh that. Not everything is red, but for the most part, majority of the stocks here are red. So we do have a bearish bias right now on market open. Everything. So the futures data is currently down 97 points. The daily average is currently down 133 points. The stock index right here for US 30 is currently heavy red. Looking over here at retail sentiment, it's currently 52% short, which is neutral. It's not really going to be a help for us today, but it's okay. Let's look at the technicals over here. You can see that price is still starting to swing up, right? This indicates some sort of manipulation in the market. The reason for this as well is because Powell and Yellen are going to be speaking in about 30 minutes. Like I mentioned before, whatever Powell and Yellen report is usually going to be good for the economy. They try to, give us good news so that we're confident and we have trust in the government and the economy. So that's why this is spiking up right here, right? The reason why this is spiking up is because a lot of people are betting that US 30 is going to skyrocket today. So this is key because you guys can see that the index right here is red, right? I mean, it's not very red anymore, but it was pretty red. It's still around 100 points. The stock index right here is still pretty red as well. So even though price is supposed to be coming down, price is going up because, retail traders and certain traders, investors and stuff are starting to buy the dip right here because they're expecting price to go higher. So looking over here at the 1 hour, you can see that price is below this area and people are trying to buy the dip at this point because I think once Powell and Yellen speak, like in the next hour or so, price is going to skyrocket. But that becomes a dangerous playing field because when that happens, it opens up manipulation, right? If a lot of people hop into the buy side, what do you think the market maker is going to do? They're going to sucker people into buying. So I think what they're going to do right here is they'll probably push price up slightly to lure in some more buyers. Once we have they have enough buyers locked in right there, what they'll do is they'll keep pushing up, they'll consolidate a bit, push up, and then when there's enough buyers in the market, they just dump price. And then when Powell and Yellen speak, what happens at this point? Once everyone gets stopped out, they just spike price all the way back up, right? It's just it's a quick cash grab for a lot of these market makers and institutions. So looking at this right here, let's see. If this closes a strong red candle and it closes below these pivots, then this would be a sell for the breakout. However, there's no confirmation yet. You see the big wicks on both sides. It indicates a indecisiveness in the market. 6:33 right now, so we still have 3 minutes to take the breakout. However, if we don't get it anytime soon, then we're just going to skip the breakout for today. Let's see if this candle right here closes below the pivots. So big strong candle right here. I'll be letting you guys know if I decide to take it or not. It just depends on how big this wick is. Depending on how big or how small the wick is, that'll dictate whether I take the trade or not. Let's see. Let me check the fundamentals real quick. Refresh this. Still down about 126 points. The wick below is still too long. All right, so there's actually an event going on right now as well. So the top defense officials testified before Congress on Afghanistan withdrawal. This is going to affect the market as well. There's a lot of things going on today, guys. So keep this in mind. Still a big wick on the bottom side. So technically, this could technically be the breakout right here. I'm not going to take it yet. I might take it later. Let's see. Yeah, this thing's starting to drop already. I want it to retrace a little bit before I hop in. I don't want to hop in too late. So I'm not in this trade yet, guys. If you guys are wondering, I'm going to let it pull back a little bit because I think it's going to pull back. This is a big candle right here. So it's probably going to pull back quite a bit before it either reverses completely or until it comes right back down. So just keep that in mind. I'm not in the trade, so I don't recommend you guys enter just yet. I'd probably sit tight and see how price moves right here to make sure that it doesn't actually go all the way up. Because like I mentioned, there's a lot of news events going on today. So this is exactly why they want to enter the trade, right? Because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's this event that's going on right now. They're currently testifying regarding the Afghanistan withdrawal. Obviously, this is going to affect the market and economy because of what happened, leading after and leading before and prior to the withdrawal. So as you can see right here, market is being heavily manipulated. If you guys entered right there, it would have spiked up within a few seconds, like well over 600 pips. Huge spike to the upside. So I'm probably going to skip this. I'm just going to look for some possible scalps after this, but it's still cutting it. It's cutting it close to Powell and Yellen's speaking a little later today. They're speaking at 7 o'clock. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch this, and if price comes back down to entry, then I'll enter for a quick move. However, if it doesn't, then I'm just not going to enter at all. I'm not going to jump in over here and try to get a discount because it's just too risky to hop in right here. Even though it hasn't hit this area yet, odds are it's probably going to bounce back and forth rather quickly. And unless you have a wide stop loss, it's going to be impossible to survive the move. So yeah, I'm still not in the position right now. I'm just watching it. If this becomes a case where it doesn't move smoothly at all, then I'm probably just not going to trade today. Well, I mean, I already traded today, but I'm already happy with my profit. So today I already made about close to 2,000 off this. So 770 off this account, 870 off this account. So, you do the math off that, 870 plus 770. I'm already up 1,640. So I don't really need to trade today. I already took my win this morning. But if I do see something good, obviously I'll take it. All right, it's just a game of patience here. It's kind of late for the breakout, so it's 6:36 right now. I think what I'm going to be looking for is a possible scalp. So I'll just put the requirements right here for the pivot scalps. Looking over here on the 3-minute, same situation. I mean, price, it's just market's moving super slow right now. Let's see, 3-minute. I think now it kind of died down a bit. So let's go back over here. Yeah, you can see price is kind of just going sideways at this point. Let me see if there's any snipes over here. Yeah, there isn't any. This wouldn't qualify because there was a buy signal right there. We technically would be looking for a buy unless we got a sell signal. Yeah, nothing really available. I mean, there's one that was right here. Let's close that. There was one that was available right here, and that was about it, which already hit TP using the snipe strategy right there, but I don't see anything else coming up right now. So obviously you can see a wick rejection off the pivot right here, wick rejection off the structure. You would enter at the close of this candle, which should be right here, and it went straight to TP with no drawdown. For whoever caught that, that was like at 2 a.m. Some of you guys like to trade London session, so that's the only one that I see right here. I don't see anything else prior to that. Looking at this right here, and this is exactly why I didn't want to take the trade, and I'm glad I didn't because I saw that coming. The reason for that's because I saw the bullish move, right? So you guys remembered from the beginning of the session, I mentioned that whatever Powell and Yellen's, like whatever they say is usually going to be positive. And you can see right here, right? A lot of people are buying the dip. Even though fundamentals are red right now, people are buying the dip because they're anticipating price to skyrocket. And that's not something that you really want to play around with, because if a lot of people are trying to buy it and catch the dip, the price is probably going to do the opposite, or it's probably going to bounce back and forth to stop people out. It's basically shake people out of the market before it actually goes in that direction. So right here's my analysis from earlier. I marked this this area right here, and I was mentioning different scenarios, right? Different scenarios that can play out once Powell and Yellen speak, which is in the next 20 minutes. So I don't think we're gonna. There's technically a. Oh, I missed this one. Sorry guys, this is my bad right here. There was actually a buy signal right here. So, you know, confirm, looking at this requirement here, I totally missed that trade. So right here, it says to confirm a valid K2 momentum signal, right? Right here is a valid K2 momentum buy signal. Reason for that is because we have a buy signal with a green candle within it. Second, you want to confirm price is above the pivots for a buy or below for a sell. You can see right here, this candle is above the pivots. So you would enter a long position right there, right? Your target's going to be 100 pips, which would be right here. And if we took this trade right here, this would have been a full TP super quick. It just shot to the full TP right there. Unfortunately, I missed it. Market's moving really fast right now. The volatility is just kind of crazy at this point. And I probably wouldn't be looking for it anyways, because we were still looking at the breakout that was around this area, and it just ended up shooting to the upside. So let me see if I could find anything else over here. Nice. Yeah, Maddie said he entered and pulled early, bagged some nice profits, and he's done for the day. All right, let me check if there's anything else over here real quick. Off the 3-minute. So it looks like we might have a pending buy signal here off the 3-minute. But the problem with this trade right here is that it's at the New York low from yesterday. So this is going to be key, because you can see price attempted to break above here about 1, 2, 3 times, and it's failed all 3 times. So with that said, it's probably going to, it might just swing back down, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. So other than that, back to the 1 minute over here. And you can see it right here as well. Price has been testing this New York low for quite some time here, and it's failed to break it, right? I mean, it's broken it, but it hasn't closed above it. So it's still having trouble crossing above that area right now. What I'm going to do next is I'm probably going to, I've been using this indicator right here just to simplify the process with identifying these swings. So let's see. I think that'd be the swing. This would be the low right here. So if I'm trying to use that risky strategy, these are the areas that I want price to break above or below. However, it's 6:41 right now. So Powell and Yellen are speaking in about 19 minutes. So unless we get an entry sometime early, or like within the next couple minutes, I'm probably gonna be calling it a day with regard to trading. So Let me see real quick if there's anything else that's going on today. So they're still talking right now. This is going on. So this is going to affect the market. This is probably what's affecting the market right now, causing the whipsaws back and forth, because you can see there's no direction that's currently set, right? Price looks like it came down right here, but then it just bounced right back up. So it's kind of just going back and forth within this range. Then we got Powell speaking with Yellen at 7 o'clock right here. And then after that, we have Fed member Bowman, Fed member Bostic speaking. It's all like heavy news. We also have CB consumer confidence at 7 o'clock and the Richmond manufacturing index as well at the same time. So a lot of news coming up shortly. Let's just see. I'll give it a few more minutes if I see anything good here. If I don't see anything good, then I'll open up the forum to answering questions for you guys. The market's just too risky right now. Yeah, exactly. And Rigo over here as well said, I'd rather wait for Powell. Yeah, I think it'd probably be better for you guys to just wait. Like if you guys really need a trade, I would probably just wait for him to talk and then see what direction he pushes price, right? Wait until there's like a smooth direction to the upside or a smooth direction to the downside. Then you can probably catch some trades in that direction. However, I don't recommend risking it unless you guys absolutely need to. So like say if you need to pass your FTMO like by tomorrow, right? You have to trade. There's no reason for you not to, because if you're you have no options, and that'll be the case. But if you guys have like a week or 2 weeks to pass your FTMO or whatever you guys need it for, you can probably wait until tomorrow. So let me check the news real quick for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We have there's some news tomorrow, but it's not very heavy. We have pending home sales at 7, and then we have crude oil inventories at 7:30. Actually, Powell's speaking again tomorrow. So this whole week is going to be a heavy news week. Powell is speaking today at 7. He's going to speak again tomorrow at 8:45. But it should be okay for us because we're going to be done trading it by that time. So we're probably going to be able to take more trades in the morning. On Thursday, they're speaking all week. So even on Thursday, we have Chicago PMI, we have Fed member Williams, Fed member Bostic. The Fed's speaking this entire week. This usually happens like 1 week out of the month. It's usually like either the last week or the week before that, at the end of each month. So this entire week, the Fed's speaking, aside from Friday. Friday is the only day that they're not speaking, but there's still heavy news. There's ISM manufacturing PMI on Friday. So Friday, there's heavy news. Thursday, Fed members speaking all morning. Tomorrow, we have Fed Powell speaking again, but he's speaking at 8. So we have some time to trade in the morning. But today is like definitely the riskiest day for everyone to be trading. And you're probably going to see some like crazy movements in the market because this is what might happen. So today, Powell might spike price up, right? And then tomorrow, they might spike price down, like back to where it originally was, which is within this area. And then the day after that, they might spike price even further down for Friday in order for it to recover right back up. So you're going to see like some pretty unusual price movements in the market this week. I'm going to consider it a very risky week because they are speaking every day this week. And you guys have seen this before, right? Last month when this happened, it was actually very good for us because we were able to catch the volatility moves and we were able to lock in a lot of profit last month. However, this month, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same thing, right? It might be a little more choppy. Last month, it was a little bit smoother when they spoke for the entire week, but this month might be the opposite. So something to keep in mind. This is going to be a very risky week to be trading. All right, so I missed the trade here again. So there's technically a sell right here. I probably wouldn't have taken it though because it hit TP, but barely. So this sell right here, damn, this thing's dumping pretty heavy right now. So this would have hit TP right there if you took this 1 minute. But I probably wouldn't have taken it because it's getting really close to to them speaking. I wouldn't want to take a sell because it's probably going to spike up once it hits like 7 o'clock. Yeah, I wonder if anyone caught these trades. Oh, looks like a lot of you guys are still catching these here. So Angela's up 2,034 this morning. So great work right there, Angela. She took some GBP trades and she also took a Dow 30 trade over here. So she took a US 30 trade down here and also GJ and GC. So great profits right there, Angela. Cheryl as well. Cheryl locked in 1,387. So this is why it's important that you guys understand and know the strategies here because you guys can still apply them on your own, even though I'm not taking them on my on this live session right now because it's just too risky. I don't want to give you guys trades that are too risky and then you guys are going to get upset why I gave trades during a risky day when I should have just held off. But definitely great profits here. Angela locked in 2,000. Cheryl locked in about 1,300. Her other account 752. Patrick locked in a total of 4,555 on his first account. And then his second account, 7,928. Great work, Patrick. And Song as well over here. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that they're done for the day. So Patrick said done for the day. We'll be watching you guys make that money during your session. So he's done. And Song over here as well. He locked in a total of 5,096. Great work, and Song right there. Patricia as well. Patricia said chilling for the rest of the day. She locked in a total of 1,400. So you guys can see here that a lot of people here are taking my analysis and applying it to their own entries. New levels over here as well. New levels locked in a total of 742. Great work, new levels. And then Angela again right here. She made a quick 200 pips on the US 30. Now she's at 2,230. Great work, Angela. So great work amongst you guys right there. Let's see who else. Dre over here as well. Dre locked in a total of 304. Great work right there, Dre. Nice work amongst everyone here. Let me scroll over here real quick. Jay over here too. So Jay locked in straight wins. Jay's been applying the new scalping strategy that I was discussing earlier. If you guys look at my Instagram story, Jay actually, he posted up his whole analysis from the beginning up until the end when he made profit. And I just reposted it to my story. So Jay over here, he locked in straight wins right here. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, close to 6,000 right here. So about 6,000 on this account. And then his other account over here, he locked in a total of 2,000. So about another 5,000. He's up like well over 10,000 for the day. Jay said he took it. So he took this sell right here, and he also took the buy right there. So that's how he took this trade right here for a buy, quick win, and then he took the sells right here for a bigger win. So definitely great work right there, Jay. Other than that, let's see, Vincent over here as well. Vincent also took the sell right there, the one that I just marked up. I missed this trade here, but Vincent took it, and a couple of you guys took it here as well. Vincent locked in a total of 835. Great work, Vincent. Maddie over here too. So Maddie said, he said, done for the day, way too risky. So Maddie locked in a total of 1,607. Great work, Maddie. Yeah, I'm not going to trade anymore either today, guys, because it's just getting too risky at this point. As it gets closer to 7 o'clock. Patricia too locked in a total of 1,400. Great work, Patricia. Salorm over here as well, locked in. Salorm said I'm out, LOL. So Salorm took the sell right there as well at 644, locked in a total of 447. So definitely great work right there, Salorm. So if you guys are brand new here and you guys aren't sure like what everyone's applying, if you guys want to learn the strategies that everyone's doing right here, like Ensong, you know, he just locked in another 5,096. Yeah, that's crazy, on fire. If you guys want to learn the strategies here, just go on the website, k2trades.com, click on K2 Trade Strategies right here, and you'll have access to all of the K2 strategies and all the K2 indicators in order to apply this on your own. It's not necessary that you guys learn the strategies, but obviously you guys have seen the consistency of everyone here in the group. And if you want to take these trades on your own, you guys can easily do that by learning the strategies here. Salorm again. So Salorm, I thought Salorm was done. Salorm said I'm out, and then Salorm re-entered for another profit there. So Salorm's up 607 for the day. Great work, Salorm. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Ryan Visco over here as well. Ryan Visco took the sell right there. He had an accidental loss right there. It looks like he tried to re-enter or he just accidentally closed it. Locking a total of 175 this morning. So great work right there, Ryan. Other than that, Kip too. So Kip locked in a total of 1,351. Damn, all you guys are locking in like way more profit than me today. I missed like 2 trades. I was just moving too fast, which is fine. It's okay, because I do like to see that you guys lock in some pretty massive profits yourself. It's 6:50 right now. Powell's going to speak in about 10 minutes. I think this is just pre-market. It's not pre-market, but pre-news. So before, what I see happening right here is I see them luring in more sellers. So I see people getting lured into these sells right here. And then once it hits 7 right here, so like between 7 and 8, this is where I'm going to start to see it just swing back up. So Powell and Yellen are going to speak between this period right here, 7 and 9, because they usually talk for about an hour. So Powell will probably speak right here from 7 to 8, and then Yellen will probably speak from 8 to 9 right here. So what I see happening right here, I see this as a trap being set up right now. So let me just, so you guys can see right here, price is starting to drop pretty heavily because a lot of people are just dumping price or dumping their positions. And then I see this right here flatlining for a bit. Like once it reaches 7, they'll probably flatline for a bit. and then probably midway through here, it'll just spike all the way back up. So one price point to keep in mind is where price was originally on market open. So 630 was right over here. Let's see, 630 was right here. So market opened on this candle right here. So this blue line right here is going to signify where opening price was. This is where price opened. So what I probably see happening here is price will probably flatline for a bit here. Once Powell starts speaking, price will just spike back up, come right back down, but it's eventually going to come back to this point right here. When it comes to this point right here, one of two things will happen. Price will either break above it and continue pushing higher, which is what I anticipate, or it'll come back down, fake some more people out before shooting right back up. But I think overall it's going to be pretty bullish. I might take some speculative buys later. I'm going to let it dip a little more and then I'll buy that dip before Powell speaks. So I'm probably going to take it for like a really small lot size, like a 1 lot. So I'm only risking a couple $100, but I'll have like all the upside if I decide to hold on to it. So this is what we'll be looking for. So you can see price is still dropping right now. And the reason it's dropping is because it's following fundamentals as well. So remember this morning when you look at the fundamentals, you guys can see how red it was, right? But price continued to push up. Price was supposed to come down, but it just kept pushing up, right? This is why I always look at fundamentals first, because I like to trade in the direction of fundamentals, especially if it's so heavily on the red side. So looking at the stock index right here, the entire stock market is red for the Dow 30. So this is completely red. So you guys can see right here that price is being manipulated as price is getting pushed up, right? So if you look at this right here, we were looking at the stock index and price continued to push up. But looking at the fundamentals, it was all red. So if it's all red right here, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to have to tank, right? And if you look at price here, that's exactly what happened. It tanked all the way down because fundamentals always lead. A lot of people don't like looking at fundamentals, but that's my favorite thing to look at. I look at fundamentals first before anything. I look at fundamentals and I look at retail sentiment, and then I look at technicals at the very end so that I can trade in the direction of where the fundamentals are leading. So other than that, let's see. So we do have a news. Let's see. Watch Powell and Yellen speak live to the Senate panel on COVID relief efforts. So they're about to speak in about 5 minutes. So they're probably getting started right now. They're getting ready. But in 5 minutes, this is going to go live. So I'm done trading for the day, guys. Like I mentioned before, I don't recommend anyone trade unless you guys absolutely have to. I'll check the chat right now and I'll see what everyone's saying and I'll answer questions. But with regard to trading, I'm probably going to be done trading for now, just because of the panel that's going to be going on shortly. And you can see right here, this big green candle. People are starting to buy the dip at this point. All right, so let me scroll up real quick and see if I missed anything. Yeah, Talanju said literally a 3-second scalp. Yeah, it's been moving like way too fast, just like way too fast. So I wasn't even able to catch any of those moves there. I'm glad that a lot of you guys did though, because I'm just looking at everyone here. August as well. So August here locked in a total of 1,984. Great work right there, August. You killed it. Nice, nice. So yeah, August took these trades pre-market, looks like, and then he closed out, after the market opened. Looking over here at Scotty. Scotty locked in a total of 413. Great work, Scotty. Yeah, you guys are all doing really well. So if you guys have more profits to send in, feel free to send them in. Jordy over here too. Jordy locked in a total of 1,220. Nice work, Jordy. Man, Jordy, you're killing it, bro. Jordy just signed up like last week. This dude's been on fire with K² every single day. All right, nice, nice. So nice work, everybody. Looking at current price, let me see if there's any other messages here. So I'll answer questions now. If you guys do have questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat, and then I can answer your questions for you. So let me scroll down real quick. Cliff said, hit that full TP breakout. I took it, but was mad after, but now I'm happy. So yeah, no, it definitely worked out. Yeah, no, and Dina also said breakout manipulated hard. Yeah, I know exactly. And that's why I decided not to take it. Sometimes you guys just have to understand that it's best to just not trade. You don't have to trade every single day. You don't have to trade every single second. I see a lot of people trade like 24 hours a day, and that's just stressful, right? Because the thing is, you can make a ton of profit with me in the morning, and then you trade Asia session, you blow all your profit. You're like, damn, I should have just waited until Shawn traded the next day. And that's what I always try to tell people, but some people just don't. It becomes an addiction, right? Once you start to realize that trading becomes an addiction for you, it's time to take a break and just step away. Because I've been in that position before too. And that's why I only trade US session. Because the thing is, if you trade all day, it increases the risk of you losing all your profits that you made in the morning with me. So let me scroll down a little further and see what else I missed. Casey said, too much news going on today, probably going to sit out today. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm doing the same thing, Casey. I'm not going to trade at all. Probably, yeah, for the rest of the day. I'll be watching and I'll probably take like a couple speculative speculative trades, but they're going to be small lot size. They're not going to be anything big because the market is just too volatile this morning with all the news going on. Maddie said was gonna trade that last low, but he just watched it. Yeah, it's been moving too fast, Maddie. Volatility just way too high right here. Yeah, you can see right here. This is the line that I drew earlier, right, Maddie? Or not this one. Where did I draw that? If you want to keep scalping, you might want to do it on the 3-minute because the 1 minute might be too. There might be way too much noise on there. Swing high right there. Swing low right there. Probably something that I look out for. See if there's anything else here. Maddie's asking about the daily entry. So I'm not going to take the daily entry because there's heavy news this morning. But yeah, technically this would be the daily entry right here. But Powell and Yellen are going to be speaking shortly. So I probably wouldn't take any sells because they're probably going to spike price to the upside when they speak. I think they're starting right now in about 2 minutes. Yeah, so they're starting about 1 minute and 18 seconds. So I'll just answer the rest of the questions here. If there's no other questions, then I'll probably just be logging off for the day because I'm not planning on risking anything by trading during these hectic conditions. This technically would be a snipe as well. So if you guys remember the snipe strategy, right here, you want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2 pivot and K2 structure right there. So that's requirement 1 and 2. Requirement 3, you want to confirm that the pivot isn't touching the body, which it isn't. Lastly, you want to confirm the direction of momentum. Right here, we have a sell signal. So we would enter this for a sell, and it looks like it already hit CP. Yeah. It's right there, straight to CP right there with no drawdown. So there's a lot of trades that we missed today, actually. I missed like almost every trade that came up today. And it's fine because the thing is, I probably wouldn't have wanted to take the trade anyways because of the riskiness of the news this morning. Just a reminder, if you guys are just joining the room, Powell and Yellen are going to be speaking right now about a minute. They're about to stream it right now. Also, we have the Fed speaking right after. So even after the two are done speaking, Fed is going to speak right after. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on back to back today, which I don't recommend you guys trade during. Here, let me look at Roger's question. Roger looked at what the fundamentals they are. Curious as to why you would eventually look to buy the dip.
420,000.
Hey guys, sorry.
Minor
Got disconnected. Let me see if people are still in here. Yeah, no, I'm still here. So let me just fix this real quick. Sorry, guys. Let's see if I get this thing. I had to step away for a second because I got disconnected. All right, so I'm back over here right now. Let me see if I could refresh this real quick. So yeah, Powell is currently going to start speaking shortly, him and Yellen. So let me just get back to the questions. I'm going to knock out all the questions, and if there's nothing else left, then I'll probably just be calling it a day. So Roger, I'm not sure if you're still here, but let me answer the rest of your question here. So Roger's question was, with fundamentals the way they are, curious as to why you would eventually look for to buy the dip. And the reason for that is specifically because of the manipulation that happens whenever they speak, right? I'm not sure if you're familiar with like who Jerome Powell and who Janet Yellen are, but if you look at like memes about them, so let me just look this up real quick. So as you can see right here, like all the memes are about Powell pumping the market, right? So you can see right here, he's just like a money printer because everything he says will it doesn't always happen, but it usually benefits the market. You know, there's like so many memes of Powell here with just him just printing money because whatever he says generally helps push the market, right? So like you can sees a red candle, Jerome Powell, let's stimulate it, and he's all here smiling, and you just see the price just go skyrocket to the sky. So that's the reason why I would look to buy the dip. It's because of manipulation purposes, and I would just be taking that with, you know, a smaller lot size, nothing too crazy, but something with you know, obviously something smaller, just to prevent myself from getting caught in any manipulation to the opposite way. So as you guys can see right here, price is still kind of dropping right here, but we'll see what happens when he speaks. He's not speaking yet, but when he does speak shortly, you're probably going to see this skyrocket right back up. So just something to keep in mind. Here, let me just get this real quick. Sorry, I'm looking at the YouTube right now. There's a lot of people here who are asking questions. I see your question right there, Billy. So I'll get back to your question right now as well. Let's see if there's anything else right here. Sharif said you posted on Instagram or something, the breakdown of the risky strategy. Sharif, the risky strategy was posted in the last mentoring session. So if you want to look at the last mentoring session, just here, I'll give you the link for that. So if you guys are always curious as to like when I covered certain strategies, just go on the YouTube channel. Let me just pull it down right here. So just go on the YouTube K² channel, go to videos. The most recent mentoring session was about 6 days ago right here. It's the group mentoring session. I'll copy this link and I'll send it to you right here. So look at the Zoom chat, and I posted the link right there if you want to watch it. That's where it was explained. So you can go back there and watch that video. That's going to explain the risky strategy that, you know, I've been applying like a bit more than I have other strategies because of the current market conditions, right? I'm trying to be a little more careful with whatever I decide to take because the market it's just really risky to be holding stuff longer, just with price being, you know, whipsawed around so much. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else right here. Randy said daily hit, didn't take it, but I marked it up. Yeah, no, exactly. I didn't take it. Maddie, you also questioned, you asked about that earlier. So the snipe here would have hit, also the daily strategy right here. I'll put the requirements for that strategy. I'll just back up to this right here. And I'll show you what Randy and what Maddie were referring to. So looking at this right here, this is a daily strategy. This is like one of the easiest strategies that you guys can apply. Basically, you look for entry after New York Stock Exchange open, which is 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. So that's my time right here. I'll just mark up 6:30 so you guys can see. So this line right here is when the market opened, right? You're looking for the first valid signal after that line. So after this line right here, this is the first valid signal, right? It's a sell signal. It's a valid one because it's a sell signal. It's a red candle within a sell sell signal right there. So with that said, you enter a short position right here. And it's real simple. I mean, there's no guesswork here. You literally just set it up like that. You shoot for 1,500 pips, 1,500 pips. You let it run. And there you go. Pushes down into profit, pushes down further, and it hits full TP right there. So that's what Randy was referring to. There's a lot of trades here that we could have taken, but I didn't take any of these trades this morning. I only took one trade, which is the one that I locked in over here for US 30. So this is the only trade I took this morning. I took this right here where I made about close to 2,000 bucks off, both of them combined. But this right here would be the daily entry. This would have hit full TP. The reason why I didn't take this is because Powell and Yellen are about to speak right now. And we're probably going to see price get pumped shortly. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me see if there's anything else that I missed over here. I think that's it for these over here. I think the other question here was from Billy. Yeah, so Billy last Monday asked a question about trade psychology. Billy, if you're still here, I think your question was that you overtrade, right? So one way to fix overtrading is to obviously take less trades. So what I do recommend is if you're stuck overtrading, I'm not sure how high your win rate is. If it's as high as we have here at K2, where we consistently win and we rarely lose, then it shouldn't be a problem for you. However, if you do have a problem where you start to revenge trade a lot and overtrade, what I recommend is that if you have one loss, then step away from your charts for like maybe an hour, a couple hours, or even for the rest of the day. For me personally, since we have a very low loss rate here, we win almost every single trade. And you guys can see from my results every single day, right? Like today I only took one trade because I don't overtrade. I just see really good trades and then I take a good lot size on it, and that's it for the day pretty much. And all of my trades here as well, you can see like I rarely lose, right? If you've been here on the live sessions, I don't really lose trades very often because I'm very selective with what trades I decide to take. Even from Sunday, I took one trade there. I won those trades there. Even the day before that, like every day it's just, all blue because I don't really take very many trades. So for me personally, if you're asking me like, what do I do if I lose a trade? I just stop trading for the rest of the day. Because usually since I don't lose so many trades, if I'm losing a trade, that's going to indicate that either the market isn't moving the way I want it to, or it's or it's just like I'm not on top of my game that day. So my biggest recommendation to you, Billy, is if you lose a trade, I would just call it a day. I would just cut it off and then come back the next day. If you want to trade how I do, if you still feel the need to continue trading, then you can take a break for maybe a couple hours, come back, and then just try again. If you lose 2 trades in one day, then that's it. You should probably just call it a day. But it really depends because I'm not sure how you specifically trade. For me, I scalp a lot. So I'm able to get into trades in and out quickly. For you, I'm not sure if you take like swing trades and you're holding on to them for like days and you don't really have time to step away from the chart. So, depending on your strategy, I think if you lose, you should definitely take a break. That's going to help you with your trade psychology, not to overtrade. Because you guys can see here, like a lot of people here in K2, let me look at other profits here as well. Let me send you the link right here to share as well. Let me copy this right here. There you go, Sherry. I just sent you the link right there on the premium group as well. Looking over here, so you can see Dell locked in some nice profit right here as well, 1,103. But you can see like some people here have like a higher win rate than others because they're more disciplined, like Kip here, right? Kip has no losses. That's why when he has a loss, he just calls it a day as well, just like me. Sisuk as well. Sisuk here has all straight wins, no losses, a profit of 6,718 for the day. Same with Sisuk, right? I don't know if you've been here for a while, Billy, but Sisu used to have like, he would take like 50 trades a day. And like this guy would he would win every trade. And then whenever he has like one trade, he just takes a break or he just stops for the day, right? Because he trades exactly how I do as well. He also took a couple other trades on his other account. He's up 11,000 on this one. So 6,000 on this account. C6's other account locked in 11,000 here. He was basically just chasing the move right to the downside. C6 said, I know Shawn said he's done for the day, but that exit was dramatic. Exactly, where he just came down pretty heavily. Looking over here, Tommy locked in a total of about 4,000 for the day. So definitely great work right there. Tommy. Tommy said chickened out with a small win for today. Who am I? Yeah, no, exactly. So Tommy here locked in some nice profit as well. Pretty much everyone here locked more profit than me because I was being extra careful. And another reason why I'm extra careful with the live sessions, guys, because I don't want you guys to take risky trades, right? I'm more focused on having a higher win rate and avoiding as many losses as possible so that we can continue to be consistent with the profits, right? Because the thing is, if you can lock in 1, 2, 3 trades a day and they're all wins and you don't lose for the entire week, you know, your account just continues to grow over time. If you're like winning one trade and then you're losing one trade, you're just going back to break even. You're not really making profit. So my goal here is to make sure that you guys are consistent with your profits because I want you guys to be profitable, right? You see everyone here locking in profits every single day. This is my goal. Like the thing is, obviously, I know how to trade. I can trade on my own, but I want to make sure that you guys are on point as well, so that you guys can continue to be as successful as everyone else in the group. So Jeff Abdi over here as well. Jeff said, good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Jeff locked in a total of 1,095. Nice work, Jeff. Looks like he had an accidental loss right there for 27, but everything else was straight wins. So definitely great work right there, Jeff. Killing it, man. It's good to see a lot of people back in the market. I didn't see a lot of people for a while. I think a lot of people just took breaks, but seeing everybody come back and just killing it, super on point. Jalan over here too, on his personal account, locked in a total of 52. Nice work, Jalan. Charlotte over here, good to hear from you, bro. I haven't seen you in a while, Charlotte. I know you're friends with Alex, right? Or I'm not sure who in the group, but I know you're friends with a couple other people here in the group. But I haven't seen you in K2 for a while, but good to see that you're still on the YouTube live sessions. Charlotte just said your YouTube live sessions are the best. He locked in a total of 355 this morning. Nice work, Charlotte. And it's good to hear from you too. I like seeing old faces, guys. Like there's people who come and go. You know, trading is a revolving door. People come and go all the time, but it's always good to see people come back to K2 after not really talking to them for a while. And I know, Charlotte, you've been in K2 for like a while, like even way before we started doing these live sessions. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, nice. So Billy said I've been here since the beginning of the year. Nice, Bill. Yeah, no, definitely. So you've been following along with like what we do here, our consistency, because you've seen all of our live sessions for the most part. So my main advice to you, Billy, to avoid you from getting caught in trades is to, whenever you have a loss, just take a break. Either take a break or just call it a day. And then come back the next day, right? Because usually if you have a high win rate and you're losing trades, that's because the market just isn't moving the way that you like it to. And a lot of times it's better to just sit it out. So let's go back over here. Yellen's currently speaking and price is still dumping. I have it on mute right now, so I don't even know what she's saying.
One key factor for our overperformance is the policy choices that Congress has made over.
A lot of people don't like Yellen. Let me see if I can find some Yellen memes over here. I don't think they like her as much as Powell. Let's look at the memes about her right here. I'm the wife of Satan. Like a lot of people don't like Janet Yellen. They like Powell, but they don't like Yellen. Gotcha again. Like when she's talking right now, price is probably gonna keep dropping. But when Powell speaks, it's probably gonna swing back up. So they're kind of like opposites. People love Powell, but people hate Yellen. Yeah, I just find it funny because they're like complete opposites. Yeah, it says you're the cause of inflation in my pants, and it's gonna keep you yelling all night long. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah, yelling here. I turned FOMO into YOLO. So don't follow the chases. Like, you know, this big drop right here that that C-Soup copied, or not copied, he chased. Basically right here, it says turn that FOMO into YOLO. So don't chase it, because they're basically saying don't chase her trades. Like she's causing price to go down right now, right? But Powell's going to speak in like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. When Powell speaks, this is probably going to skyrocket all the way back up. And yeah, like C-Soup said over here, he said no one likes her. She's super progressive in economics and don't chase. So yeah, you're probably going to see it swing right back up eventually at some point. One more question from Vincent here. Vincent's asking, when setting your TP stop loss MT4 for the daily entry, 1,500 pips would be 15,000. I believe so. Yeah, I believe so, because it's 1,000 for 10. No. For 100 pips, it's 1,000. So you're just adding a zero to it. I think there might be a typo right there, Vincent, because you said because 10 pip move would be set to 1,000, but technically that'd be a 100 pip move. So I think there might be a mistake there with a typo. But yeah, no, that should be right. You just basically add a 0 to it to turn it into pips. But yeah, guys, so I mean, you guys see the difference here between Janet's memes and Powell's memes, right? So Powell's like, oh, he sees a red candle, it's stimulated, and he pushes it up. For Janet, it's the complete opposite. They anticipate it to drop whenever she's talking. So I would just sit out the market, guys. If you guys don't have to trade, I would just sit out the market. If you guys absolutely have to, I'd wait until Powell speaks. You can see right here, it's starting to taper off. Big wick off the bottom side right here. I'm not sure if Powell's now. She's going to speak for maybe like another 30 minutes. So she'll speak for 30 minutes. Once Powell speaks, you can see him sitting right behind her. He's right there. And his, I don't know if that's him, but it looks like him. When he starts speaking, you can probably start to see price start to swing to the upside. You can see right here, this might be the low. So I'm kind of tempted to take maybe like one lot and just let it run. But then again, I probably don't want to. Probably don't want to enter until he started speaking. Dejan said, I woke up at 10:05 thinking I was early for the market open. Turns out I missed out most of the live session. Yeah, no, Dejan, if you just woke up right now, there's a lot of news this morning. So this is why we stopped trading like about 30 minutes ago, because they Yellen and Powell started speaking about 22 minutes ago. They started speaking at 7. And there's a lot of news for the rest of the morning. This is why I don't recommend anyone continue to trade for the rest of the New York session, because once Powell and Yellen are done speaking, we have Fed member Bowman speaking at 10:40, and then we had Fed member Bostic speaking at 12. So this entire morning is going to be heavy impacted news. And it's just not worth the risk to trade during this time. So let me see if there's any other questions. I think that's it for this right now. So if there's no more questions, we'll be wrapping it up. The reason why I don't want to stay online, guys, is because I don't want to get FOMO. If I follow the charts here, you guys know how I am. I'm very impulsive with my trades. If I see something good or something that looks even remotely good, I'm going to hop into the trade. And the last thing I want to do is blow my profits from this morning, trying to hop into some dumb trades, right? It's just too risky for me to hop into stuff right now. So let's see, Maddie over here as well. Maddie locked in a total of 1,722. Nice work, Maddie. So he kept going. He said he was done, but he kept going. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, Cheryl said he's been low key. No, it's good to see you though, Cheryl. You know, you're an old face, and it's good to see a lot of old people, you know, pop into the chats again. So Kevin said, had to take a break. My trade psychology was fucked up. Yeah, that's what happens with a lot of people, guys. You know, a lot of people here see people locking in profits super quickly. So Kevin over here, he just locked in a total of 2,700. You can see like a lot of people in the group here, Billy, they have the same issue as you. Know, they have the same trade psychology where they just revenge trade. Sometimes it's better to just take a break and then come back to come with a clear mind so that you can come back better and not run into the same problems that you did previously. And you know, definitely good to see Kevin back here. I know I haven't seen Kevin in a while, but good to see Kevin, Jeff. I know Aaron's in the room somewhere, and a couple other people here as well. Valentine here as well. So Valentine locked in a total of 872. Nice work right there, Valentine. So great profits amongst everyone here so far. You guys have been killing it. So even Josh over here too. Josh is up 1,598. Great work right there, Josh. Amazing work there by the whole team so far. You can see prices starting to shift back to the upside. You can see it established a low right here, and then we're getting a buy signal. So this might be the push to the upside right here that's starting to develop. Let me see this real quick. Is Powell speaking? Okay, so guys, Powell is speaking, right? This is exactly what we were waiting for. Like I said earlier, Yellen made price come down. Here's Powell starting to speak. Look at price start to swing to the upside. This is all pure manipulation, guys. So just keep that in mind. This is all manipulation. Whenever Yellen speaks, price goes down. Whenever Powell speaks, price goes up. Powell is now speaking, and you can see prices starting to shoot back up right here. And it's no surprise because it's just what happens. And this is why I don't recommend you guys trade, because you guys don't want to get caught in manipulation. Say Powell speaks for like 5 minutes, price goes up, Young comes back in another 10 minutes, and it just spikes right back down. It's not really something that you guys really want to play around with or get caught in. So other than that, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day because I don't want to get caught in wanting to take these FOMO trades. I already know myself. And this is something that you guys should also keep in mind. You guys have to understand your trading style, right? Or your trading characteristics. If you're a gambler and you like to FOMO into trades, then it's better to just log off. That's why I get off at 8 o'clock and I just go to the gym and I do whatever I need to do. And I'll come back later to trade when my FOMO is not there. If you guys start to feel FOMO, step away from the charts, go do something else, walk your dog. I don't know, do whatever you need to do to get away from the screen and get away from your phone. And then come back when you're like clear-minded and you're not gonna jump into trades all randomly. So other than that, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next live session. Tomorrow is another heavy news day, so just keep in mind, we'll try to trade before the news or right after the news, and then after that we'll call it a day again. So tomorrow we have news at 7 and 7:30. We'll try to take a breakout to take some scalps in between. Then Powell speaks again at 8. So we'll try to take as many trades as possible, but this week's gonna be very risky. Just keep that in mind. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning, and I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise,